The transport bay doors hissed open, and General Vac Thursday of the Calvex Dominion stepped through with the practiced calm of a being who had conquered 11 star systems. Behind him, 2 of his most decorated officers carried a single data slate, the file of the human prisoner captured 3 days ago near the edge of contested space. He'd expected a soldier, killer, something worth studying. What the cameras showed him instead was a man sitting cross-legged on the floor of his cell, humming quietly to himself, apparently unbothered by the 4 armed guards outside. "This is him?" Vac Thursday asked, his mandibles clicking with mild disdain. "The one our scouts flagged as a level 6 threat?" "Yes, General," said Commander Yeshel, his aide. "Designation: Corporal Ethan Reyes. Human military, age 31. Our scanners picked up unusual biosignatures during capture, elevated adrenaline, but no fear response. We flagged it as an anomaly." Vac Thursday waved a clawed hand. "Humans are known for bravado. It means nothing. Bring me his file." The slate was placed in his hand. He expected the usual rank, unit number, combat record. Instead, the screen loaded slowly, page after page unfurling like it had been compiled by 3 different intelligence agencies who couldn't agree on formatting. He began to read. Reyes Ethan M. Enlisted at 19. Search and Rescue Specialist, Pacific Theater. Credited with recovering 14 soldiers from a collapsed structure during Typhoon Marejo, worked for 31 hours straight without relief. Vac Thursday's antennae twitched. Impressive for a fragile species. He kept reading. Reassigned to Frontier Defense after volunteering for the Deep Space program, one of only 40 humans selected out of 200,000 applicants. Survived unassisted for 6 days on Kessler Station after a hull breach, using only a sealed suit rated for 11 hours. 11 hours, Vac Thursday murmured. How does a being survive 6 days on equipment rated for 11 hours? We don't know, General, Yeshel said. The report notes he rationed his own oxygen consumption by slowing his heart rate through meditation. Human physicians call it a diving reflex. He apparently trained it deliberately. Vac Thursday said nothing. He scrolled further. The next section made him stop entirely. Incident report, cave collapse, humanitarian mission, year 3. Reyes entered an unstable structure alone after being explicitly ordered to withdraw. Recovered 2 children. Structure fully collapsed 4 seconds after final extraction. Reyes sustained a fractured spine. Refused evacuation until all survivors were confirmed accounted for. He disobeyed a direct order, Vac Thursday said slowly, to save 2 younglings that were not his own. Correct, General. And received no punishment for this? Yeshel hesitated. He received a medal, sir. Vac Thursday set the slate down on the console, his claws tapping against the metal in a rhythm that betrayed unease. In the Dominion, insubordination, even in the name of mercy, was met with execution. This species rewarded it. He picked the slate back up and continued. Psychological evaluation notes. Subject displays abnormally low fear response in high-stress environments. Command consistently notes subject's tendency to place himself between hostiles and civilians without hesitation. When asked why, subject stated, "Someone has to. Might as well be the guy who's already used to it." Vac Thursday read that line 3 times. "Commander," he said quietly, "what is the current status of the prisoner?" "Cooperative, sir. He's answered every question we've asked. Hasn't attempted escape. He even helped one of the guards fix a malfunctioning translator unit yesterday." He helped the guard. "Yes, sir. Said it was bugging him. The static." Vac Thursday turned back toward the view screen, where the small monitor showed Reyes still sitting quietly, now apparently teaching one of the younger guards a hand-clapping game through the bars, both of them laughing despite the language barrier. This was not the profile of a killer. This was the profile of something far more dangerous, a being with no strategic self-interest, a being who ran toward danger not out of duty, but because some deep, illogical instinct told him it was simply the right thing to do. An enemy who could be reasoned with, bribed, or threatened could be predicted. A being like this could not. He turned the page and found the final entry. added only hours ago by the Dominion's own medical staff after a routine scan. Additional note: subject requested extra rations be given to the youngest guard on duty, stating, "The kid looks like he hasn't eaten." Subject has also asked, unprompted, whether the guards' families are safe from the ongoing border conflict. Back Thursday closed the file. "General," Yeshel asked, "your orders?" For a long moment the general said nothing. He thought of his own training, decades of doctrine insisting that mercy was weakness, that compassion made a species conquerable. And yet here was a creature who had rewritten his own body's chemistry through sheer will, who ignored orders to save strangers, who spent his captivity trying to make his captors' lives easier. If one soldier could do all this without orders, without reward, purely because it was who he was, what did an entire species of them look like on a battlefield? "Release him," Vac Thursday said finally. Yeshel blinked. "General, he is a valuable prisoner." "He is a warning," Vac Thursday snapped, more sharply than he intended. He steadied his voice. "We captured a soldier who spent 3 days in our custody worrying about the well-being of the guards holding him hostage. Tell me, Commander, in your years of service, have you ever seen a captured enemy behave this way?" "No, sir. Neither have I. And that terrifies me more than any weapon we've ever catalogued." He handed the slate back. "Release him. Give him back his belongings. And Commander, apologize for the confusion." "Apologize, sir?" "He was a rescue worker before he was a soldier," Vac Thursday said, already walking toward the door. "I would rather owe an apology to a man like that than discover, one day, what a man like that does when he stops being patient." 3 days later, Corporal Ethan Reyes walked back through Allied lines, escorted personally by a Dominion shuttle that left without incident. When his commanding officer asked what happened in captivity, Reyes just shrugged. "They were actually pretty decent to me," he said. "Taught one of the guards a clapping game. Kid reminded me of my nephew." He never learned that 4 star systems away, a Dominion general was rewriting first contact protocol based entirely on his file, with a single new directive added to every briefing that followed. "Do not assume weakness. Assume purpose."